2015 marks the 25th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, which works to increase the inclusion of people with disabilities in all aspects of community life. Well, after growing up with a sister who has Down syndrome, Ridgefield, Connecticut native Valerie Jensen dedicated herself to helping disabled people realize their potential through meaningful employment. Her vision took root in a building that had previously been a vacated theater, and our Meredith Morakovitz saw the Yankees recognize Valerie's work yesterday on day 2 of Hope Week.
I was at a traffic light outside, and I made eye contact with the building, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is going to be my theater. I kind of equate that to the Kevin Costner movie where he's like hearing the whisper. He's like, built it. And that's kind of what happened with me in this theater.
The Prospector is this new and exciting startup nonprofit here in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We're an integrated and competitive work environment for people with disabilities.
The beauty of that is that not only are we giving people with disabilities meaningful employment, everybody who comes in, they come into this beautiful, sparkly building, and they're treated to our employees, welcoming them.
Welcome to the Prospector Theater. Come on in.
When they're here and when they get to interact with our audiences, it's life-changing for themselves and for the audiences.
Everything within this theater was designed with the mission in mind, so nothing happened within a vacuum. Like our mural, where it tells the parable of if you give a man a fish, he can feed himself for a day. You teach a man to fish, he can feed himself for a lifetime. That's equipping people with job skills that they need to not make the prospector their only job, but the starting point for a very illustrious career.
I like working here, but when they say, Diane, you've done enough, you've learned enough, you're ready to move on, I would like to try and go maybe like to different schools and talk to the kids about the Prospector and how they can get a job working there.
I try to mine for sparkle. Like if you think of a prospector out in California, like looking for gold, you're seeing like a little sparkle, and that's the people's passion. And then you just connect the dot to whatever is relevant in the operation of a movie theater, and bam, you've got it.
Sparkle means that you feel welcome.
This building shining and stuff, and I think it's great. I love sparkle.
It's your hobby, it's your talent.
We have one employee, his name is Frank. Since he was a baby, Frankie loves blowing up balloons. So now he's a professional balloon blower-upper, and isn't that great for Frankie and his family? And then he's got the place to go, and his skill of blowing up balloons is so valued, and it's great for us because we need balloons.
There's a lot of prospects who identify the prospector as their first job, and they've been waiting. They have been waiting for their opportunity to prove themselves. So when they land a job here at the Prospector Theater, the independence that comes from having a job, the feeling of holding a paycheck, of working hard for that paycheck, that's so important, obviously, to somebody's, emotional health, but it's also their spiritual health, it's their financial health. Having a job leads to a meaningful life.
Having a paycheck feels like that you earn it. If you don't work, if you don't have no job, you don't accomplish in your life.
Makes me very confident and happy that I have this job, and thanks to Val.
Sparkle is passion, sparkle is beauty, and sparkle is a beacon of hope.
So you guys are our second Hope Week honorees this year, and you should give yourselves a round of applause. Congratulations, Prospector Theater.
You've inspired us. Well, let's talk a little bit about teamwork.
It means taking care of each other, always.
The power of that is so much greater than individuals.
That's the beautiful thing about teams is you make each other better.
You have touched all of our hearts, and I can't wait to see the different ways that you all sparkle.
And to make sure that we've got popcorn popping for the foreseeable future, we have a check that we'd like to present to the Prospector Theater. Valerie, if you'd come up and accept.
I'm so happy that people will be able to see what we are doing and see how meaningful it is what we're doing. And I hope that people can look to the Prospector Theater as a model and as a beacon of hope to the people who just want to play the game, right?
And the Yankees take the lead 3-1. Give me some for that.
Awesome. Tonight, Val and Alex Giobbi, you guys will be throwing out the ceremonial first pitch.
I'm dazzled, and yes, everybody's having such a good time. We're all starstruck. We're just trying to soak in everything.
What do you think a day like today could mean to some of your employees?
A day like today is a game changer, and I hate to use a sports reference, but it's a game changer. It means that we can do anything. We're at Yankee Stadium. And it means that there is no limit to where we can go. Build it, become it, rock it.
And for more on the story of the Prospector Theater, you can visit hopeweek.com as well as yesnetwork.com, which will have more on this year's event as the week goes on. We will also have more on Hope Week during tomorrow's Yankees coverage here on Yes.